What is the crack? And welcome to Live at 11. Here I am sitting with Jay Kane.
How are you?
And the beautiful Catherine Shields from 3B Fit. Introduce yourself to these fine looking people on a Friday, mate.
How's it going, guys? I'm Catherine from 3B Fit, as Sean just said.
But you have to do that shit. You have to introduce everybody and all formally and stuff. Shannon's over here hiding, look.
How's it going?
Shannon only hates videos, but there you go.
Not today.
Just for fun.
Oh, she's in a good mood. Oh, fucking. So let's get straight into this shit. So we're going to be talking to Catherine about basically a wee bit of your story. You went from working in IT, Catherine, is that right?
That's it, yeah. Yeah, I was in IT for 15 years.
Even though you struggled like fuck to get your sound to work in your computer there, I was actually doubting she would work in IT. I said she must have been fucking shite, and that's why she turned into a PT. You're a better PT though, aren't you?
I sure am. I hope I am, yeah.
As it turns out. So you went from like a job in IT, comfy, cozy salary, everything. You ditched that for a dream of getting into fitness, didn't you?
Pretty much, yeah. Like I was never really in IT for a long time. It just ended up being a long time in the end. So yeah, I was never happy. I was never happy doing that. And I always had a dream of going into fitness, but I never really thought it was a career. And everybody around me was really doubtful as to whether I could make it into a career as well. So it took me a while to kind of get the confidence to leave that comfy, cozy job and take the leap.
So you just said there you didn't think it was a career, and the people around you doubted you as well. I mean, who are you talking about? Their friends and family and all that sort of shit?
Yeah, family were like, you're in a good pensionable job and all that kind of stuff, all of that bullshit. And kind of looking at it as in like it's not really like a career as such, you know, it's just kind of a hobby of yours. So I think that was probably one of the biggest struggles, to kind of make them see that I could make it as a PT more than anything else.
Okay. I know a lot of people would struggle with that shit. Like, I mean, even myself, because people view fitness as like you're just floating about all day in tracksuits drinking fucking protein shakes and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And very nice coffee, yeah. Right, but look, you actually made this fucking thing work. Tell us what is life like now versus what it was like before?
So life at the moment is I'm running a small PT studio and it's all my own. It's what I've worked for I suppose the last 3 years. Before, like in IT, I was just so unhappy with sitting at a desk all day, like all the corporate bullshit, all of that shit, and was really over all of that. And my passion was for helping people, and I really wanted to help people improve their lives. And as I like dreamt of all of this, I was kind of letting my life go as well. So I was really unhappy, really down, getting a little bit anxious, not really sure of myself. And my confidence levels probably weren't there. So like to flip that over the other side, right now, I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm helping people on a daily basis. And I have like the most amazing clients that I'm working with at the moment, who are people who I want to work with day in, day out. So that's pretty much it.
Like you didn't start off though with your own studio. It's taken you a while to get there. So talk us through what was the turning point when you said, right, I have to get the fuck out of IT. This is not working for me anymore. What happened there? What was the turning point like?
Yeah, I suppose January 3 years ago was my turning point, really. I decided that I was going to give it a proper go. So I went down, I looked for a space in the studio. I was still working full time, and I was doing kind of trying to build a business part time. And the struggles around that were like I was up early in the morning training clients and then going into work full time. And then in the evening, maybe doing a couple of classes for people and stuff like that. So there was a couple of months in between that where I was like working full days and then having to go in and training people on the side. So that kind of just for me. And then I think as my friends and family seeing how passionate I was about that, they were starting to encourage me to do it more. And then it was, I suppose, I sat down, it came up to my next birthday and I sat down and I thought, do I want to really sit here for the next, 35 years and be unhappy with what I'm doing? Or am I going to take that leap and go for it and give it a chance? Because if you don't try, you're never going to know. So it was kind of that kind of setup.
Okay, and what was the start of the fitness industry like for you? What did you end up doing?
Yeah, I suppose I tipped around on my own, didn't really know what I was doing, hadn't got a clue about marketing and sales, and then started working for other people, just doing classes, trying to get the experience from that. And I suppose I was about nearly a year doing bits and pieces of my own stuff, and then doing classes for other people as well. And then eventually, I went from there to setting up my own studio, and since then it has been absolutely amazing.
Okay, well, how the fuck? Talk me through how you went from running classes for somebody else and just wee bits on the side. How did you get this all together that it was something viable where you could break out on your own?
So I knew I didn't have the skills that I needed to go out and do it on my own. So that's when I contacted you guys, and I became part of Ascension before I went out on my own. And I was still working for someone else. And I suppose just seeing what everybody else was doing and seeing how successful everybody else was doing, it was trying to model what other people were doing, and learning the sales and the marketing around that. Like, it hasn't been easy. It's been really tough, but it's all been rewarding in the end.
Okay, and so tell us, that was what, 2 years ago? You've been in Ascension 2 years now, haven't you?
That was, just over, nearly 2 years. Nearly 2 years. I think it's 2 years in April, May, maybe.
Right, okay. And what's happened from the start 2 years ago? Where were you when you joined, and where are you now?
So where was I when I joined? I suppose was working for someone else, not being happy, not training the clients that I wanted to train, and like not really having the control over it, I suppose, in a way. And then to where I am now is running my own studio, having a good community-based client base that I really enjoy training and that are getting unreal results. So that was my dream, was helping people improve their lives. So I am where I wanted to be. And I actually honestly didn't think I'd be here as quick as I am. To sit down now and like look back on the last year and see what I actually achieved was actually was interesting over the last couple of weeks.
Okay, well, what's the difference? What have you seen in terms of figures and time off?
Yeah, I suppose figures wise, I did double the amount of revenue that I thought I was going to do last year, and purely because of the systems that you guys taught me in Ascension, that I was able to implement straight away and able to make everything really easy. It hasn't been like fully easy, but it has made things a lot easier. I wouldn't have had a breeze if I was doing it on my own. If I didn't have the support and guidance of the Ascension group, I wouldn't have been able to do it on my own.
And here, Catherine, tell me this, in terms of the job that you had previous and your kind of salary or whatever, are you approaching back to that? Have you passed it by, or where are you at in relation to that?
Yeah, I'm earning a little bit more. I earned a little bit more last year than I did when I left IT. So yeah.
It took you 15 years to build up to that point, plus college, blah, blah, blah. And within, what would we say, 3 years?
3 years.
Past that. So that's fucking impressive.
It fucking is, yeah. Well, what would you put it down to? Like, tell us, what would you say has given you control of your business now, in terms of how things run day to day?
I think number one is just taking ownership for everything, being responsible for what you do, and then just trying to improve yourself that little bit every day, trying to do something every day that's going to get you some clients in, or you're going to help your clients get better results. I think they're the main things, is just taking your time, being a bit patient with it. I think we all think we can do a lot more sometimes in the time. I think patience for me was one of the things, and just knowing that everything will work out in the end.
Yeah, so I think you broke up there a little, Catherine. So I think what you were more or less saying was that, a lot of people, overestimate what they can get done in a week or in a few days, and underestimate what they can actually get done in months and a year.
Yeah, exactly.
With consistency. And then if you have, tools or systems or processes and you give it enough time, it will work out for you.
Yeah,
brilliant.
100%.
Well, look, you basically went from someone who was in IT, in a cozy job with a salary position, pensionable role, to fucking ditching all that shit, to chase your dream, to get into fitness. You got into fitness, running classes from somebody else, even when your biggest fear was you didn't think it was going to be a career. Everybody was telling you it was crazy to do it. You've done it anyway, and then have actually got enough clients to launch your own studio and now make more than you did in fucking IT. That's a pretty crazy fucking transformation. All in 3 years, you're making more than you did in IT, and it took you 15 years to get there. That's fucking mental. Give us, because I know there's going to be lots of people watching who are at all different stages of growing a fitness, maybe even thinking about getting into fitness, so that they could probably be thinking that same thing you were, which is like, this isn't even a career, it's a hobby. But you could give advice. Like, could you give us 3 bits of advice that have helped you get to where you are today? What would it be if you were giving advice to the younger Catherine or anybody who's listening and wants to start a fitness business?
Yeah, I think number 1 would probably be yourself. Don't try to mimic anybody else. Be 100% yourself. Authenticity is going to sell to people more than anything else. And then I think number 2 then would be to invest in yourself, getting better, reading more books, doing courses, getting coaches who can help you get to where you want to be. And then number 3 would be, I had it written down over there, but I moved. So
we're over in C.
What was number 3? Oh yeah, sorry, was to pick a client base that you actually want to work with. And put yourself into their shoes. So understand their struggles, understand what they need help with, and then try and help them every day. So whether that's through social media or face-to-face or whatever, try and give them some sort of guidance and help every day. That's pretty much my 3.
I like that last one, like the find your niche thing. Like, who do you train? Because yours is very specific, isn't it?
Yeah, for the last year, I've trained just women between 30 and 65, pretty much. And a lot of them wouldn't be into the gym. They've never been to the gym before. So a lot of them would be complete newbies to the gym. So that would be who would be my client base, my main client base.
I would say if I had to put one thing on your success, it's that. It's you knew you wanted to train women. So you found your niche, but it's taking you. And I know you said you learn learn what the struggles are and solve their problems, but that is where the learning process is, isn't it? It's really, although you can pick a niche, people say, oh yeah, find your niche, but then you've actually got to find out how to communicate to them. You've got to actually understand the struggles. That's the learning process you've got to give time to, actually learning how to communicate to them effectively and to be the person, the go-to person for that audience. That's the thing that takes the time. You say, Catherine? Catherine would go for a wee walk.
Yeah. She's just
she's going to get the steps. She's going for 10,000 steps here.
Yeah.
Can you hear us, Catherine? We fucking lost her. She's gone.
She doesn't want to play anymore. Now listen, I think we could nearly
yeah, we could.
If she comes back on, that's killed. But we could nearly wrap this up and kind of expand a little. Oh, there's Catherine again. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yep. So you were just walked around the circle there.
I know, yeah, I couldn't see you, so I thought I was disconnected.
It's your show. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You were in the wrong fucking job, man.
Completely, definitely, 100% I was.
Well, look, what I was saying was I think the key to your success was finding your niche, and I think the thing you're saying to give time to is learning how to communicate to them effectively. It takes time to learn their struggles, like you say. It takes time to learn how to solve their problems and communicate to them effectively. I think that's where the learning process is. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. You need to put yourself in their shoes, see what their struggles are, and then see how you can best help them move forward and get the results they're looking for.
Yep. And the be yourself thing, I like that one too, because there's I see a lot of bullshittery. Instagram's famous for it. Fucking dudes looking off, longingly into the distance with fucking Aristotle's quote below and shit. It's easy to sound dead smart when your audience is, easily or naive enough for you to suck in.
I'm losing this sound again. Sorry, lads.
Oh, she's gone.
She needs a new modem. I don't know what's to buy her for next Christmas.
Right, we might as well.
Yeah, we'll finish this off.
We'll finish this off. Well, I think, listen, Catherine's motto in terms of even that 3B, it's be fit, be strong, be confident, kind of wraps up, I think, a lot of the stuff that she's saying there. She's in and she's gone. Listen.
No, seriously. Like, this is just proving why I'm not in IT anymore, yeah?
Don't ever tell anybody you were in IT. It's just you need a new router, mate. Your router sucks.
It's because everybody's in for a class there and they're all connected to the Wi-Fi program.
The motherfuckers are stealing your bandwidth, aren't they?
Yeah.
100%.
You charge them for that shit. Okay, well, look, we're done. So the last thing I want to say is just the be yourself thing. And Jay saying your motto. What's your motto in
3 B's? Boobs, bums, bellies.
The 3 B's are believe, be strong, and be happy. So believe in yourself, be strong, and be happy every day, no matter what your situation is. So there are the 3 B's.
Even when your internet connection shit in itself, just fucking be happy. Daily, mate, so what's on the cards for you for the rest of the day? You working or you going playing golf or some shit?
Go playing golf. No golf for me. No, I'm working for the next 2 hours and then go for some lunch and back in this evening for a session. Yeah. So that's it, pretty much.
Daily, mate. Well, look, thanks for coming on and giving us some of your help and advice for dudes in the getting into the industry. It's been great having you on. It's been great working with you, and we'll see you on Monday for the call.
Cool, thank you.
Thanks everyone.
Bye bye.